Please subscribe to the DadBod Sports Card podcast because this hobby is more than cardboard. It's about community, and we're just getting started. All right, welcome to, I think this is episode 4. We are doing our week 3 NFL picks. So welcome back to all the listeners. At this time, it is 7:13 on a Thursday night, so we are recording this before the game, and obviously Thursday night's game will be the first one. Just to give a recap of last week, Flinttown and myself went 13-3, and Aaron went 12-4. So throughout the season, Aaron is 20-12 in third place. Second place is Flint at 22-10. And as usual, I'm at the top of the leaderboard, unlike my Bears, at 23-9 for the season. So if you gamble and use our picks, please put in the comments that, hey, we're helping you win some money, because all three of us are actually doing pretty well in the picks.
Yeah,
right.
Aaron came back from.
He did.
He was looking kind of bad at the middle of the games, but you came back.
Yep. So, all right, let's go over week 2. Do you guys have any notes or observations for week 2? We'll start off with you, Flint.
Well, the Lions don't look as bad as I thought. Oh, I didn't even realize
it. You didn't even notice.
I didn't even notice it. But, I was at the game. Great game. There was some Bears fans behind me. Young kid, his dad and stuff, and the kid in the beginning of the game. It was so loud there. It was scaring the kid. He was crying and stuff. And Kara turned around to him and like, "Oh, you're wearing a Colston Loveland, jersey." She's like, "He's my guy," even though he's on the Bears. But
so that kid was crying because it was too loud. That just shows even the Bears fans are pussies, just like our team. There you go.
No, it was loud, and I'm sure for a kid it was even louder.
Yep. All right. What about you, Aaron? You got anything from week 2?
The Steelers' defense sucks.
Yeah.
Fire Terrell Austin immediately.
Immediately. All right, the only takeaway, your defense sucks. The Bears' defense looked like a middle school defense out there, getting 52 points put up on them. So I'm wearing the Detroit Lions shirt today because they showed Ben Johnson you should have never left. So
I wouldn't say it like that. I think it's going to take you guys this year to actually grow the team.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole new system, new players, it's going to take time.
Yeah. Well, he's also got to weed out the players that he doesn't really want because he didn't pick everybody on that team. So it's going to take a couple seasons. All right, so let's jump right into week 3. We got tonight's game. It's Miami at Buffalo. So Flint, who you got?
I have Buffalo. Can't go wrong with Buffalo right now. They're one of the top, 3 teams, I think, in the NFL. And Miami, Tua, it's one week he might be hot, one week he's laying on the ground. So I got to go with Buffalo.
All right, your player to watch?
Josh Allen. I'd say Josh Allen. He just keeps scoring fantasy points.
Yeah. All right, Aaron, what about you?
Exact same thing as Flint. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win it. They're just a better team all around. Miami is too inconsistent, and they're also playing in Buffalo. My player is also Josh Allen. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and he just can't be stopped.
Yep, I'm right there with both of you, with Buffalo and Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I think, in most fantasy leagues didn't do well last week because James Cook ran all over the Jets. So in our league, I know he scored 15 points. So I think he's going to get a little bit of redemption tonight. It's going to be heavy Josh Allen, and Buffalo should roll over Tua, many concussions. All right, so next game up is next up is going to be the Atlanta Falcons and Carolina Panthers. Flint?
I'd say go with Atlanta. Carolina, it's almost a dumpster fire. I don't even. Who's their coach?
He's some good-looking dude. That's all I know.
All right, good looking dude.
Yeah.
He's I. He's probably going to be on the chopping block in the middle of the season if they can't turn stuff around. I just like they don't work for their strengths. You got some good players on that team, and you just can't figure it out. So I'm going to go with Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. That's my player to watch.
All right. What about you, Aaron?
I'm right with you again. I mean, I think Atlanta, they're gonna beat the Panthers pretty comfortably. It's not going to be much of a game, and also Bijan for my fantasy player of the week. He's just one of the best running backs in the league.
Yep. I got Atlanta, and my player to watch is going to be Pitts. Pitts has gotten 21 targets in the first 2 weeks, so I think that's the most he's ever gotten to start off the season. So we'll see if he continues to be Penix's target towards Pitts, the Penix Pitts combination. Drake London didn't have a great game last week, but that Bucks defense, I mean, both Atlanta's defense and Bucks defense were going at each other last week, right? That's who they. No, it was Minnesota. It was Minnesota and Atlanta. Minnesota, those two defenses were going at each other. That's what I meant to say. All right, next up we got the shitty Packers versus the Cleveland Browns.
I got to go with the shitty Packers. Cleveland is one of the, it's like Saints, Cleveland, and Carolina is probably the bottom of the NFL. So Cleveland, I feel bad for the fans of Cleveland because they've been through it all. But yeah, I got to go with Green Bay.
Okay.
And I'd say keep an eye on I'd say keep an eye on what? Keep an eye on Luther Burton. Or not Luther Burton, sorry. What's his name? The rookie.
Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Aaron?
Me and Flint are right there with each other because Green Bay, picking Green Bay, and I'm also picking Matthew Golden. Jaden Reed's out. They need a wide receiver number one, and they just drafted him. I think he's going to be the number one. And Tucker Kraft might be out, so he's probably going to get no targets.
Yep, I'm picking Green Bay. My player to watch is going to be Josh Jacobs. Cleveland's defense is pretty good, even though Baltimore put up 41 points on them last week. But it was a close game, I think, until like the third quarter. Then I don't know what happened. I just saw the score like skyrocket. I think Lamar just became Lamar again. So, but I do pick the Packers. They are the best team in the NFC North, I think, like all around, like offense and defense. Tucker Kraft not being able to play will probably hurt them. He tweaked his knee today in practice. They don't really have a true number one. They spread the ball around. So I think you're going to get a heavy dose of Josh Jacobs to kind of help Jordan Love. All right, next up, the Houston Texans versus Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think I'm going to surprise you on this. I'm going to go with Jacksonville. And I say player to watch is BTJ. I know he hasn't had the year, like last year, but I think he's going to have his breakout's coming because he was super good last year. I think I'm going with Jacksonville and BTJ.
All right, Aaron.
I'm going with Houston. They're 0-2. They know they need a win, and especially divisional wins going to be huge for them. They really need to win this game, or they're going to be in big trouble come later in the year. And 0-3 is a horrible start. My player to watch is Nico Collins. He's a wide receiver number one. It might be a shootout. I don't really know. I mean, they let up 31 points to the Bengals, even though Joe Burrow was out. I don't know how early he got hurt, but I know Jake Browning had like 200 yards, like 3 touchdowns, I think. So
yep.
I'm going to go with Nico Collins, my fantasy player.
All right, I'm going to piggyback off of both of you. I got Houston winning as well, just because I think they had the better defense. Their defense is pretty good. Um, Nico Collins is also my player to watch, and the reason being is because he hasn't really he's gotten targets, but he hasn't had a lot of catches with CJ Stroud. But at the same time, CJ Stroud's offensive line is awful. So I mean, it looks like just like what the Bears had last year, the offensive line. But I also want to piggyback off of BTJ with Jacksonville. So yes, he did have a good year last year, but if you look at his numbers, he had great numbers with Mac Jones. After Trevor Lawrence got hurt, Mac Jones took over, and BTJ kind of blew up those games with Mac Jones. So I don't know if BTJ has a connection with Trevor Lawrence, and that's what we're seeing these first two games.
Yeah.
And he's not putting his body out there. Like I watched
Yeah.
some clips today where he's like kind of short in catches, not even going up, and then even after he catches a first down, he's not even celebrating. He's just putting the ball down and going back to the huddle. Like he doesn't look, his body language doesn't look good. So BTJ is definitely someone to watch because if he doesn't have that connection with Trevor Lawrence, that could be trouble for his second year. All right, this next game it was hard for me to pick because it's the battle it's the battle of the backups. So you got the Cincinnati Bengals and Minnesota Vikings. Flint.
Uh, Cincinnati's defense, like you've said before, is horrible. And then not having Joe Burrow, I gotta kind of go with Minnesota on this. You still have Justin Jefferson. I know they have, Jamar Chase. So you have like two of the top wide receivers in the league going against each other, but with the backups. I still got to go with Minnesota.
Yeah. Your player to watch?
Justin Jefferson.
Okay. Aaron?
Uh, as much as I want to say, like as much as I hate the Bengals and they're down Joe Burrow, I still think they're going to win this game. Jake Browning, like I said earlier, he still had like a few hundred passing yards with a few touchdowns. Jamar Chase looked good too. Like even when Joe Burrow was out, he still looked good. They still had somewhat of a connection. So, and that's my player to watch, Jamar Chase. I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win this game, and Jamar Chase is going to have a great game again.
Yeah, I'm going with Cincinnati. This one's tough. Like my player to watch is Justin Jefferson because he hasn't really gone off yet. But maybe that's because that is with JJ McCarthy, like just trying to get a feel of the game, because this is pretty much his rookie season. But like I'm kind of worried about Carson Wentz because I don't know how much he's played in the preseason, and I think he actually signed with them like during the preseason. So I don't think he was there the whole time. But yeah, I got Cincinnati because this game could either be a shootout or it could be a low scoring game because Minnesota's defense going to keep it low, and then maybe Minnesota just can't score. But the reason why I picked Cincinnati is because I'm going to go with who has the most playmakers. There's Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, and Minnesota. They have Justin Jefferson, and then are we going to really rely on Jordan Mason because Aaron Jones is out? So and Hawkinson has been awful. So because they have more playmakers, I'm just going to pick Cincinnati. But this one's a big toss up and everything. All right, next game is going to be Aaron's team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, at New England Patriots, and we'll start off with Aaron this time.
I'm really torn here. Like I have no idea who to pick. Like on my sheet, I have the Steelers, but the more I think about it, I'm thinking the Patriots. I mean, I'm going to pick the Patriots. I just don't trust the Steelers' defense. I think Travion Henderson's going to have a really, really great game because they're like whenever a team runs away from T.J. Watt, they get so much more yards. They get like they're just a lot better. So I think that's what they're going to do. They're just going to attack the left side of the field where he doesn't play, and they're just going to run all over us, just like the Jets did, just like the Seahawks did. And they don't really need to do anything else. Our offense is not that good. There are too many mistakes by like Calvin Austin, Caleb Johnson, Pat Frymuth. I don't know if you saw Aaron Rodgers he threw like a 40-yard bomb on the run went straight through Pat Farley's hands, and it was an insanely great pass. 40 years old. Like, I believe in Aaron Rodgers, but we're making too many mistakes, and I think New England's going to be able to capitalize off of that.
All right, so you're picking New England?
I'm picking New England.
Oh wow, okay. All right, what about you, Flint?
I got to piggyback off him, and that's who I was thinking. I know since we started this, I've always picked against you on your team, and I feel bad, but like you said, the defense, and New England has some weapons, and I feel like it's gonna be at New England, so I feel like New England's gonna win it.
Yeah, so I will pick Pittsburgh. I know where the feedback's coming from now. It's coming from Flint.
What do you mean?
So like when someone else talks, I could see your speaker volume, like the voice on the on the bottom right hand screen. Like I'll say something and then it's not. Of course, it's not doing it now. So you might have the laptop speakers on. So it could be going through. It could be going through both.
Talk.
Hello.
Talk.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just these.
It's so weird. Okay. All right. We'll just keep going.
Maybe I'll buy.
We can't get rid of that background noise either with an AI or now like using AI. We still got we got the ghost in the background. All right. So we'll go back to my pick. I'm picking Pittsburgh. My player to watch is Trayvon Henderson because I want him to get more carries. So Stevenson is getting the brunt of the carries, and then Antonio Gibson is actually getting more carries than Trayvon Henderson. And from what I've read, is Trayvon Henderson's having problems with like pass protection, so that's why he's not getting in there on third down because he's explosive. So I want him to get more carries fantasy wise because he's the most explosive player in that backfield. But I'm going to pick Pittsburgh. I agree with you guys. It's tough because Pittsburgh's defense is god awful. Like they just had K9 run all over them for 100 yards. Justin Fields looked like Dan Marino against them in week 1. But I'm going to give it to the veteran. I'm going to give it to the veteran quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and then Mike Tomlin. I think they'll find a way to pull this off. I can't see the Steelers dropping to 1-2, especially in that division. I think they're going to be right there with Baltimore and Cincinnati's got the hurt quarterback now. Pretty much just Baltimore. So I'll go with Pittsburgh on that one. Next game is another tough game. We got the LA Rams at Philadelphia Eagles. Flint?
I was going to go with the Rams, but I do think Philadelphia is probably the number 1 team in the NFL right now. So I have to go with Philly. But keep your eye out on Puka. Puka keeps making plays, and he's gonna be a top 5. Like he might later on down the line, he might be like the number 1. Like wide receiver in the
fantasy.
NFL.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron.
I'm going to pick the Rams here. I think Philadelphia, they're one of the best teams in the league, if not the best, but I'm just going to pick the Rams. I think their defense is super, super great. It's better than what Philadelphia's faced so far. They only put up who they play week 1?
They played Houston.
They played Houston.
Yep.
No, I know week 1.
Who, you talking about the Rams?
No, Philadelphia.
Oh, they played Kansas City.
Right.
No.
Kansas.
Yeah, they played Kansas City.
No, they played Kansas City week 2. Who they play week 1?
No, Dallas.
Dallas, they put up 24. Against KC, they put up 20. Rams' defense is a lot better than those 2 other defenses. So I think offensively they're going to struggle. You even saw last game, Jalen Hurts only had like 100 yards total.
Yeah.
So, I just think Rams are going to be able to use their defense and beat the Eagles. My player to watch is whoever Adoree Jackson is guarding. He's the Eagles corner, and he is awful. he is terrible. So whoever he's guarding, they're gonna have a great time.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Rams. At first, I picked Philly, then I scratched that out and I picked the Rams. So I'm gonna go. The reason why I'm going with the Rams is they lost in that snow game last year in Philly. If it wasn't snowing, I think the Rams would have beaten Philly last year in the playoffs. Um, so I think that this is a little bit of a revenge for them. Like Aaron said, their defense is pretty good. They have a really good pass rush with Jared Verse, and they have some other guys in that line. Um, Philly's defense is good too, but their corners are not. Like their defensive line is awesome. And then Jalen Hurts has been struggling in the pass game. Like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith haven't been really doing a whole lot receiver wise. So I'm going to give the edge to the Rams for this week, and my player to watch is going to be Devontae Adams as the number 2 wide receiver for the Rams. He had over 100 yards last week against Tennessee. I think he continues that. There's enough of that ball going around to Puka and Devontae against those Philly corners. All right, next up, we got the New York Jets at Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I gotta go with Tampa and Baker. Man, I watched that game, and Baker Mayfield put the team on his back and won that game.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with Baker and Tampa Bay. Like
Okay.
just the ultimate stud of a player, and kind of like I like Jared Goff as our quarterback, but you can't tell me any team wouldn't love to have Baker as their quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, the dude just balls out.
He does.
It's wild.
He's a straight gamer, and he doesn't take shit.
Winner.
He does it.
Yeah. Like when we all thought he broke his ankle, he got up right away.
He got up right away on CJ Gardner-Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I was like, dude, he just did a flip.
Yeah.
But yeah, Baker is a stud.
All right, what about you, Aaron?
Give me the Bucs. I think Baker. I mean, he might be a top 5 quarterback. I already said he's the best quarterback in the NFC, but he might just be like a top 5 quarterback in the league. And their offense is too good. The Jets' offense is not the offense. Their defense is horrible. And speaking of their offense, they're without Justin Fields. So Breece Hall is probably going to take a hit on because the defense is going to be so focused on him. And yeah, my player to watch is Bucky Irving. Jets don't have a good run defense at all. And I know Bucky struggled a little bit in the run game these past 2 games, but I think that with this horrible Jets defense, he's going to do great in the running game and in the receiving game.
Yep, I'm right there with you guys with the Tampa Bay Bucks. My player to watch is also Baker Mayfield, just because he's Baker. Like he's fun to watch. I agree. I think anybody would root for him because he seems, even though he was like a number 1 pick, but he just seems like an underdog after getting cut and everything. And then I love the fact that he like revitalized his career, where it's fun. It's fun watching him.
Yeah.
I will say though, don't sleep on Tyrod Taylor. I think Tyrod Taylor is a serviceable backup, and he's a better passer than Justin Fields because Justin Fields is just a running back. So I'll go with the Bucks and watch Baker, and I'll take my shot at Justin Fields every time I can get one. All right, next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts at Tennessee Titans.
I have Indianapolis Colts. I think Titans are getting there, but young quarterback still making mistakes. But Indianapolis, it's the first time I'm picking them this year. I feel like they're kind of making a name for themselves. And I think Jonathan Taylor is a person to watch.
Yep. Aaron, who you got?
Give me Indiana Jones and the Colts.
Indiana Jones.
They played a good game against Denver. Daniel Jones still has no turnovers on the year. And he's throwing, I think, 70% completion percentage. So they're going to have a good time against the Tennessee defense. So Tyler Warren's my player to watch. And I think they just win this game without a problem.
Yep, I'm right there with you. The Colts and Indiana Jones is the player to watch. That dude, like, he could be having like another Baker moment, revamping his career. I mean, he's just playing awesome. I think I was really surprised, even though they needed that penalty to beat Denver with a field goal. Even without that, it was still a close game. Like Denver's defense is really good, and he played well against them. So I'm going to go with the Colts. I think it's going to be an easy victory over the Titans. All right, next up we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Washington Commanders. Flint.
Ooh, wait. Daniel, or I forgot.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is not playing. He's out for what, 3 weeks?
Is that official? So I was trying to look.
I don't know.
I didn't hear. I know he has a knee sprain, and they were going to give it till Friday before they made an announcement. I thought. So I don't know. We don't know if he's playing. Yeah.
All right. Can I do if he's playing? If he's not?
No.
No.
You got to pick one. You got to pick one. Money's on the line for the people that listen.
Who's their backup?
Marcus Mariota, who played well against the Panthers when Jaden got knocked out last year.
They put up 40 against the Panthers.
Yeah, granted, it's the Panthers.
Yeah.
So it's not like the Raiders are great either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Raiders' defense is decent.
You just say that because your favorite player. Yeah.
All right, give me Washington. I think they'll have a bounce back. I know they lost last week, but give me Washington.
Who's your player to watch?
Debo.
Yeah.
Debo.
That's a good one. Yep. All right, Aaron.
Give me Washington. Even with Jaden Daniels out, I think they're the better team. Gino threw 3 interceptions last game, and that could happen again where he's throwing picks. My player to watch is JCM. Austin Eckler's out for the season. Can JCM step up and be a good running back one, or is he going to be kind of not that good? I don't know.
Yep. I'll pick the Commanders. It wasn't an easy pick because I'm right there with you. Like, if Jaden Daniels plays, it's like, okay, Commanders are going to win. But I think Mariota, he played well last year. He fits the system. He's an RPO kind of quarterback anyways. And the Raiders got to get Genty going because they haven't been able to get him going at all in the run game. And if I'm going to trust, I'll trust Mariota over Geno Smith. Geno Smith could light it up and throw 400 yards, but still lose. So who knows what's going to happen this game? But I'm with you guys on the Commanders. I don't think it's as easy as what it would look like if Jaden Daniels was there.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the Denver Broncos at Los Angeles Chargers.
Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I'm on this Herbie train. I'm riding with till the wheels fall off. Give me the Chargers. And I would say let's go with Lad. I know. Yeah. He's got to get a kickstart. I know he hasn't had his, the best couple games, but
Quentin Johnston's been balling out. He's actually been catching, and then Keenan Allen is there taking away targets too from Lad McConkey. Yeah,
he's balling out.
He is, but he's had a good rapport with Justin Herbert, before he left and went to the Bears for a year and then came back. So but you're right. McConkey needs to step it up because one needs to step it up for sports cards to go up.
Yeah,
because he's a popular player that people collect.
Yep.
All right, what about you, Aaron?
I think the Chargers are going to win this one. I don't know how I feel about Denver, especially if they lost last week to the Colts. I mean, it was a tight game, and it was a penalty, but still. Colts are good, but that's just a tough loss. And I think Chargers are too good. Justin Herbert, he's lighting it up. He's playing really, really good. My player to watch is Troy Franklin. He had 9 targets last game. Can he do that again? Can he get open and get targeted a lot? I don't know how much yards, but I'm pretty sure he had a touchdown. I think he had over 100 yards. I'm not sure. But just watch him, see if he could be a great wide receiver number 2 for you.
So I had the Chargers. I'm going to change that because I think I talked myself out of it after listening to you guys. So I'm going to go with Denver. And the reason why, and my player to watch is going to be Quentin Johnston. Can he keep this pace going? And I think he will. But the reason why I'm changing to Denver is because the Chargers do not have a run game at all.
Yeah.
Hampton has not been able to do anything, and it could be just because he's still adjusting to NFL speed. And I mean, you're back up Najee Harris, who I mean, he didn't play that bad last week, but I think if you could make the Chargers one dimensional, like that Denver defense is good enough where if they don't have to worry about the run game, they got Patrick Surtain that'll guard. I mean, they got three people that he could throw to: McConkey, Keenan Allen. But I think he'll put the lockdown probably maybe on Keenan Allen and everything, and force him to make Quentin Johnston beat you, and then see what Lad McConkey can do. So I'm going to change. I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. I think their defense will be able to help keep the Chargers one-dimensional and have enough on offense to beat them. And Khalil Mack's out of this game too because he did something to his elbow. I think it dislocated his elbow or something. All right, next up should be an easy one. The New Orleans Saints at Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, no doubt. Seattle Seahawks, no doubt. In K9. Like, I don't even know how if New Orleans defense can even I don't even are they even good? The defense for New Orleans?
I don't think so. Yeah.
So K9, I say K9's the player to watch because they're just gonna let it run.
Yep.
Exact same thing. I think Seattle's going to win it, and I think K9 is the player to watch. Just a good running back. That's all.
Yeah, I'm same thing. Seattle K9, K9 for different reasons because I think he's still getting less carries than Charbonnet.
Yeah.
So he just outperformed Charbonnet last week. So we'll see how long that dynamic works out still. Charbonnet will still get more carries, but if K9's producing, then maybe they might start flipping that switch and giving him more carries than Charbonnet. All right, next up is not the game of the week, but it is a 4:00 game. It is the Dallas Cowboys at Chicago Bears, and I'm going to go last in this because I got a lot to fucking say about the Bears. So go ahead, Flint.
I don't want to do this to you, but I got to go with Dallas. Dallas offense is pretty potent. You got Pickens, you got CD, they got a lot of targets. So I got to go with Dallas, and I would say keep an eye on George Pickens.
Yep. Aaron?
I'm also going to pick Dallas. I just think their offense is too good. And George Pickens, he's going to light it up. George Pickens, he's going to light it up. Him and CD going to attack that Bears secondary. But my player to watch is going to be Javonte Williams. He's had 2 really, really good weeks. Can he keep on doing that against the Bears' run defense, which isn't all that good?
All right. So after the loss last week to 8 Mile Lions, I was going into this week, starting on Monday and Tuesday, like, all right, I think the Cowboys are going to beat us. And the Cowboys offense is legit. They got the veteran quarterback with Dak Prescott. They got Jake Ferguson. Javonte Williams is running the ball really well. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. That offense is going to be clicking. But then as I listened to Chicago Sports Talk Radio this week and hearing Ben Johnson speak,
right back in.
Yeah. I'm going with the Bears. So there's a lot in this game that, like, I think this game's going to be a shootout. So if you're betting, whatever the number is for the total points, bet the over because both defenses suck. Jalen Johnson's probably out for the year with a groin injury. He's probably going to get surgery. Tyreek Stevenson can't catch a cold. He can't guard anybody. He can't fucking do anything except for just celebrate and tip the ball to fucking Hail Mary and all that. That's the good thing that he can do. So our secondary, I don't know if Dennis Allen is going to change his approach with the man defense. We don't have enough good corners to guard Pickens or CeeDee Lamb at all. So if we stick to the man defense, they're just going to be moving the ball down the field. But Dallas's defense is awful. Russell Wilson just threw 450 yards against them. So my player to watch is going to be Caleb, because Caleb's not playing bad. Like, he gets all this shit because of his painting the nails and all this other crap because he's the number one pick. He's not playing bad. He didn't lose us that last game. Like, granted, they didn't play well in the second half, but that's at that point we were down like 100-20. Like, like Odunze broke out that game. Odunze had a great game. Yeah. So I think this game's going to be a shootout. And the things that I've been listening to with Ben Johnson this week, he's calling out the players in his press conferences. And I know he's probably calling them out in practice, but he's definitely doing the press conferences because they asked him how practice went, and he's like, we're not at championship level practice yet. So he's calling players out. He's calling out our whole offense. He's like, you're not blocking the way you're supposed to block when you don't have the ball. And he's calling out everybody. He's calling out all the wide receivers. Listening to Sports Talk Radio Chicago, Waddle and Sylvie this week, actually today on the way home, they talked about if you watch the film of Amon-Ra and J-Mo blocking, that's where Ben Johnson wants Odunze and DJ Moore to be, because that's what they did in Detroit. And that's why that offense functions so well, is because they play for each other. And the Bears aren't doing that right now on offense. So when they don't have the ball, like he's been saying, if you don't block, you're not getting the rock. So he might make some changes this week. I just love how hard he's practiced. Like how hard he is on them at practice. So with that tone, if they keep that tone, I think they might beat Dallas, but I still think it's going to be a high scoring game. It's probably going to be like 80-70.
80-70 would be wild.
It would be.
But you are exactly right, and that's like Detroit. They play selfishly, or not unselfish.
Selfless. Yeah.
Selfless.
Yeah.
Word of the week.
Yeah.
But no, like they don't care who gets the ball. They just want to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they spread it around. And that's why it works so good. Like, J-Mo had 2 receptions for 105 yards.
Yes.
Like, that's wild, right?
Yeah.
And then St. Brown had, like, I think 7, it might be like 7 or 5 for 120 some.
And 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And J-Mo had a touchdown. But they always block. And I feel like that's kind of how, like, the play's not over until the whistle's
The whistle. Yep.
Yeah. So I think Ben Johnson is going to be a good coach.
Yeah, and another thing he said today or yesterday was they asked him how the offense is doing, and he said the Bears' offense won't be playing good football until December. Like, we're just in the middle of September, so he's still 2 months away, I think, when our team's going to be clicking. So he's taking the long-term approach.
Yeah, and you got to.
Yep.
He's a new coach in a new system with new players.
Yep.
And he, like you said, he's going to weed out some of them players that don't fit his system.
Yeah.
You know?
So eventually Amon-Ra will come to the Bears. All right.
No, he's on long term.
I know, he is. All right. Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals at San Francisco 49ers.
So I know Brock Purdy is out.
He might be coming back.
He might be coming back.
Yeah. So if you look at the fantasy projections, Mac Jones is at 0 now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a good chance that Purdy might be coming back.
That might change things.
I know, that fucks up my pick.
What's Arizona's record? 1-1?
2-0, right?
Oh,
2-0?
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
2-0. You know what? I'm going to stick with my pick. Arizona. I'm going to go with Arizona. And Maserati Marv.
Yeah. Aaron?
Give me Arizona. Like, even though Mac Jones did ball out last week, and if he does play again, like, he could play good, But they play the Saints. They had a very, very close game with the Saints, who are one of the worst teams in the NFL. They're awful. So I think Arizona's going to win it. My player to watch is going to be Jawai Jennings, though. He's the wide receiver number 1, and he had a great game last week, so I think he can do it again.
Yeah, I'm picking Arizona, and that was before thinking or even knowing that Brock Purdy might play. But I'll still stick with Arizona anyways. Brock Purdy, we don't know how he's going to respond to that injury, so my player to watch is CMC, because even if Brock Purdy's playing, his foot might be still hurting. That they might rely a lot on CMC through like short passes in the running game, and I mean they did last week. But I'm going to pick Arizona. I think Kyler Murray will find a way. This is a division game, so I think these games are usually always close between these two, and I'm gonna give it to Kyler Murray and the Cardinals this week. All right, so the Sunday night football game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at New York Giants. Flint?
I'm going to surprise you guys, I think, with this one. I'm going with the New York Giants. I'm going with the New York Giants. To be honest, Travis Kelce is ass.
You're getting him all choked up.
He is. He's ass. He already retired. He's not in the same, unless he comes out and balls out. But he doesn't even look like he wants to be there. I was watching that, and he was just running around, can't even catch a pass, hitting them in his hands. He's I think he's looking for retirement. But I'll go with New York Giants and Neighbors. Neighbors had a good game last week, so I'll stick to Neighbors.
All right, you, Aaron.
I'm on the fence about this because he is right. The Chiefs' offense suck. And you look at Mahomes, he's playing hero ball. He's trying everything he possibly can to make this Chiefs offense good. But they just can't. They're just terrible. They have no receivers, and Kelce sucks. And their run game, I don't know about the run game, but it's probably not that good either. So, I'm still going to go with the Chiefs because them starting off 0-3 is crazy. It's insane. I don't think that's going to happen, especially to the Giants. But the Giants' offense, especially last week, they looked really, really good. So my player to watch is Neighbors. I think Russell Wilson and Neighbors are finally clicking, and they can get a really, really good connection going on.
All right, so I'm going to pick Kansas City, and my player to watch is Mahomes, because I can't see Mahomes starting the season off 0-3. You said the Giants are clicking now. They played Dallas. Dallas's defense is awful, just like my Bears. They're awful defenses. You are right about Kelce. He is in his retirement era right now, so that's a Taylor Swift shout out.
Look what she did to him.
Right. But I think she would have that effect on all of us. Right? Taylor Swift, she's a billionaire. Yeah. So, but I think Mahomes is going to find a way. I think this game will be low scoring because the Giants' defense, their defensive line is good. Their corners might not be the greatest, but their defensive line is good. And Casey's offensive line isn't the greatest either. So I think this is going to be a low scoring game because Kansas City's defense is good. Mm-hmm. So I think they'll be able to keep Russ from cooking, and I think Mahomes is going to get his first win of this season. I can't see them going 0-3. If they go 0-3, that dynasty's over, unless they make some kind of major pickup or trade in the offseason. There's rumors that they could still try to get Tyreek Hill. There's rumors that the Bears might trade DJ Moore. They might call Kansas City. So I think that could change things for Kansas City, but until that happens, we'll see. I don't think they're the favorites anymore, but I think they'll get the win on Sunday night. All right, so this last game, the Monday night game, we'll have Flint go last. We'll have Aaron go first, and then I'll go next. So we got the Detroit Lions at Baltimore Ravens. Who you got, Aaron?
See, this is going to be a really great game. Baltimore, they're one of the best teams in the league. We see it year after year. Lamar is just the best quarterback, I think. Detroit, they looked really, really good last week, and I know it was against the Bears, but they looked really, really good. Like I said, I thought the Bears were going to put up 50. The opposite happened. So Detroit, I just think that just shows how great the Packers are, and I hate to say it, but they looked really, really bad week one. The Lions did, but then they looked really, really great week two. So with that being said, and as much as I hate the Ravens, I'm still going to pick them. Like Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the league, and he has been for a while. Derrick Henry is one of the best running backs in the league. Their defense has gotten a lot better since last year. I think they're the best team in the league. The only reason they will lose is if they just choke the game away. The only team that can really beat the Ravens are themselves. And we see it year after year after year with all these fourth quarter comebacks that the other teams are having. But if the Ravens could really just stay in it and not give the game away, they're the best team in the league.
Yep. All right. So even though I'm wearing the Detroit Lions shirt, um, just to show a little sportsmanship for them destroying my Bears, I got their shirt on today. I am going to pick the Baltimore Ravens. And the reason why I'm picking them is because, like Aaron said, Lions look really bad against the Packers, but they look great against the Bears. So I think in this game, they're going to be somewhat in the middle. Mm-hmm. They're not going to look as bad because the Ravens don't have the Packers defense. They don't have Micah Parsons. And, I mean, their defense was already good anyways, the Packers. And then, but the Lions aren't going to be able to just walk all over the field on the Ravens. And if they do move the ball like the way they did on the Bears, I think Lamar can get them out of that. Caleb's not there yet to come back from like a 31-14 deficit or whatever it was at one point. But Lamar Jackson, I think, can. I'm a big believer in Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh, how he runs that team. When Aaron said the only team that can beat them is themselves, the only other team I think that can beat them is Kansas City and Josh Allen. So, but that's it. I don't think the Lions will have. I don't want to say they don't have enough offensive power because they got plenty of offense. They got great players in offense. But I think this game could be a shootout, and I just think Lamar will do more than Jared Goff can in this game because he's Lamar Jackson. So I will pick the Ravens. My player to watch is Lamar. All right, Flint, all you, buddy.
All right. So, like you, Aaron, you were saying week one against the Packers, we looked god awful.
Yeah.
And I think the big thing is our offensive line wasn't clicking at all. Like guys were doing separate assignments, weren't on the same page. I know it was a away game. It's loud there. They can't hear each other. That's one thing that scares me about it's going to be at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
It's an away game. The last 2 years ago, we played Baltimore in Baltimore and got our ass handed to us.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game because you're right, DadBod. Both offenses can score. You know what I mean? Like, they move the ball, both of us. I heard Davenport's hurt again. The guy gets hurt every season. So that's not surprising. My gut tells me to go with the Baltimore Ravens. And I don't want to go with my gut. I want to go with my Lions. So yeah. I'm going to take them. And this is the only way the Lions are going to win is kind of control the ball, score as much as they can, and the defense has to keep Lamar in a pocket. And they did that with Caleb. You didn't see Caleb go out running around. They kind of kept him contained in that pocket. And if Detroit can do that to Lamar, I think they will win. If not, and they got to get him pressured. They got to bring pressure to Lamar. Because if Lamar is back there all day, he's going to pick us apart. just like any quarterback.
That's the thing. Like, you put pressure on him, then he might scramble out.
Yeah.
Like, you guys would have. I mean, obviously, I think you guys are going to put a spy on him. Like, do you think Campbell your spy linebacker?
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of. Okay.
Or Anzalone.
Anzalone. Yeah, he's more athletic and he's faster. Yeah. So they'll probably have Anzalone being the spy, which actually would be better. But I mean, you're right. It's a tough game to pick, but because it is a home game for Baltimore, Aaron, you went to the Baltimore-Cleveland game and you were in Baltimore Stadium. Is that stadium pretty loud?
It's not no Lambeau Field like you were saying. Like it's
right.
not no Lambeau.
Was it like the Steelers when we went to the Steelers game?
No, it wasn't like that.
Steelers was like it was crazy. Like
yeah, no, Steelers was crazy. No,
okay.
it really wasn't like that crazy. I mean, we're all the way up in like the nosebleeds, so maybe that's why. But it really wasn't like a too crazy of a stadium. But I mean, this is a Monday night game, so it's really different.
Yeah.
Also,
I was gonna say,
I want to say you can't contain Lamar Jackson. I saw this guy last year against the Bengals.
I know.
Fumble the snap, throw down Sam Hubbard, and throw a back foot touchdown. What, he was at like his own like 20-yard line? Oh no, sorry. He was at like the 20-yard line. It was a goal play. So I know they were like inside the 5, I think. Or something like that. I don't know. He threw it. Isaiah likely caught the touchdown. You can't contain Lamar Jackson. He's the best quarterback in the league. He's the most athletic quarterback in the league. You can't contain him. And, like, you say, like, oh, yeah, just keep him in the pocket. He's one of the best passers in the league. Last year, he went 41-4 and had one of the best, if not the best, passer rating a quarterback has ever had in a season.
And didn't win MVP, which is crazy.
Yeah. And I think it was the first team All-Pro quarterback, too. So, you can't contain him. I think the only way, like I said, I think the only way Baltimore loses is if they beat themselves.
Like they get up a big lead, like what they did in Buffalo.
like they
and
do
then
with
the
Buffalo.
Lions' momentum just comes back.
Like that
and
could happen.
The Lions that could happen because like the Lions, they have the firepower on offense to come back against the Ravens. Like if they're down, if they're out of it because they think they won the game. Like what happens to them all the time.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good game. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a high-powered offense. You know,
I think so. It definitely is the game of the week. Yeah, it's definitely the game of the week. I'm glad we even have to save it for last. Like it was the last game anyways. But that is the game of the week. Like I'm really curious to see if the Lions really are back, or were they just overamped because they wanted to fucking clown Ben Johnson at every you were there. You've been to Detroit games before. Like, was this louder than any other game you've been to before?
I've never been to a playoff game, but I've been to a lot of
regular
games.
Season.
Yeah, it was loud.
Yeah,
I think at one point hit like 115 decibels in there.
Oh wow, yeah,
and it was loud. It was loud.
And what I like about, Goff just seems like to be an awesome dude, right? Yeah. And like he was very classy after the game too, because they asked him about, did you hear the chants of fuck Ben Johnson? And then he said he didn't like that. He's like, he's like, I don't like that. Like he stood up for Ben Johnson, and it just shows that's a testament of who he is, the leader that he is. But they wanted it. They wanted to run up the score. Mm-hmm. It was 4th and goal, and you guys were already up on us. And you threw a touchdown pass to Monra. And then that poor little girl in the front row got like trampled when Jared Goff went up there after Monra. Like that poor girl. But yeah, you guys, it was a perfect game for the Lions, and it was a perfect revenge game for them. And I think Ben Johnson will learn from that.
Oh yeah.
I think that was like his welcome to the NFL as a head coach moment, and it just happened like the former team that he coached, and then one of his good friends Dan Campbell punched him in the fucking mouth. It's like hey, you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Bit his kneecap.
He did bite his kneecap. He's like, you got a lot of work to do with that fucking Bears team. Yeah. So, I still watch the full game because as a Bears fan, we're just so used to being miserable. But I will say when that Bears game was on, I did put on the Sunday ticket 4-team multi-view, so I was watching other games because I knew there was no way we were coming back, especially with our defense just gave up. Like, it was horrible.
It almost looked like that in the second half. It almost looked like they just like, well, we're not going to win this one. Like they already checked out, and I'm like, man, that's kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah. Fuck Tesla. However you fucking say it. Dude, it's not Tesla. It's Tesla.
It's Tesla, yeah.
Yeah.
That was an amazing catch.
His one catch a game.
His one catch a game. One catch, one hand. Every game.
Every game.
I mean, fuck that guy.
Awesome.
It was a great catch. It was a great catch. So for people that don't know, Aaron's Opa is from Arkansas, and then we've been to an SEC game, the Arkansas Razorbacks. You've been to 2 of them, right, Aaron? Or just one when I went with you? You went to another one, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why Aaron's a Razorback fan. His Opa is from Arkansas. We've been to Razorbacks games. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we end this?
I want to say that the Ben Johnson chance.
Jansen.
There it is. Jansen.
The F Ben Johnson chance came from my section.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy up at, like, we were nosebleed. I wish we would have waited to buy tickets till the game because they dropped. And I don't know if it's because they lost the first week, but they dropped like crazy money. But it was a great game. A lot of Bears fans, and the Bears fans were awesome. There was a couple fights, but get this, you'll laugh about this. So there was a fight in my section too. A Green Bay Packers fan and a Bears fan. A Green Bay Packers fan came to the Lions game with the Green Bay Packers jersey.
He's scouting. He's scouting. Well, that's the best part, because you said the crowd started chanting. Like, you said the Bears fans started the "fuck Green Bay" like chant.
Yes.
It's like well. Like, we're getting our ass kicked. Let's just say "fuck Green Bay." Like,
you know what? That's what's funny is he came down and he's like, "Well, we just got our ass handed to us," and he's like, "How about we go with F Green Bay?" And everybody, woo! So it was pretty good. I laughed pretty hard on that one.
Yeah. Did Kara have a good time, or did you? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is Flinttown.
Yeah.
Have a good time?
Here, let me get in here.
Look at this. Woo!
Oh, he's got the Monra. Yeah, he's got the St. Brown. He deserved. He's tied. Hey, St. Brown. He's tied in the league for wide receiver touchdown receptions with Odunze.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they both got 3. Yep. It's just your guy got it all in one game.
Yeah.
Odunze caught 2. He had 2 in your game. So. Aaron, do you have anything that you wanna say as we sign out?
It's not football related. It's just that if y'all don't know what an opa is, it's grandpa.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's grandpa in German.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, his my ex-in-laws, his grandparents from his mom's side are his Oma is German and his Opa is American, but you know they met in Germany and everything. But so we just keep the German tradition because I'm Asian, so. We'll keep the German tradition alive on his side. So, we're lucky. We have 3 sets of grandparents. One of my in-laws now, with my wife now, live in the basement now. So we're lucky. But yep, Opa is grandpa in German. It might be a European thing because I think Greeks use that too.
I think a couple different countries.
Yeah, a couple different countries use it.
I didn't know that.
I don't have anything to share because my team's winless, so I don't have a lot to say. So maybe after this week we won't be winless, but it's going to be 80-70 Chicago. So against Dallas. All right, thank you everyone for listening. I hear Mama Flint in the background trying to get the kid Flint into bed. So and Flint's got plenty of energy even though it's past his bedtime, so that's good.
I do.
So we're actually done before the game tonight, so hopefully everybody enjoys the game tonight. And thank you for listening. Shout out to RKEC, also GNG, Dom, GTK. Who else we got? Who we got? M Blue. What is M Blue? I forgot. Hit the rest.
J Rock, M
J
Go
Rock.
Blue.
Yep, and then
M Go Blue.
Yep, and then if you're on Whatnot, you can follow Flinttown Sportscards on Whatnot. You can follow DadBodSportsCards. Flinttown also does a show for who's that group that you do it?
Media Reload.
Yep, Media Reload. What days do you do that on?
Every Wednesday at 4:00.
Yep, and that's Eastern time, right?
Yep, Eastern.
Yep, Eastern time. So check Flint out on that. That'll be under Media Reload. But I also know Flinttown will run on Saturday mornings as well. I kind of just do random pop-ups and everything. I don't have a set schedule. And Flint does random pop-ups too. But give us a follow. Check us out on Whatnot. You know, if you listen to the podcast, maybe we'll throw in like some kind of free card with any purchase that you have.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for listening, and peace out, everybody. Please subscribe to the DadBod Sports Card Podcast because this hobby is more than cardboard. It's about community, and we're just getting started.